covering the entire Piedmont Triad and everywhere you are. This is WXII 12 News at 5.
Right now on WXII 12 News at 5, a manhunt underway for the men behind a bold robbery at an assisted living facility. A live report from Asheville, where the Reverend Billy Graham is getting hospital treatment. And Phil Berger Jr. makes it official. He's running for the congressional seat held for nearly 30 years by Howard Coble.
But we're starting off tonight with that brazen crime overnight in Winston-Salem, where police say 3 to 4 men broke into the Clare Bridge assisted living home on South Peacehaven Road, restrained employees, and then ransacked the place. Our Veronica White is live in Winston-Salem with the very latest on the investigation. Veronica?
Well, police tell us that the men appeared to have covered their faces and they appeared to be armed. They are still looking for those men, and they tell us that this all happened around 1:30 this morning, and employees were restrained before the robbers searched the residents' homes for valuables. They made off with personal items like jewelry, flat-screen TVs, and police were at the Clare Bridge Retirement Home, which provides Alzheimer's and dementia care for seniors, for hours this morning. Investigators say one resident received minor injuries, was treated at the scene, and the home's company released a statement saying safety is a top priority. They took immediate action to review their security protocols, and they're thankful there were no serious injuries, but they did not wish to speak with us, and we haven't gotten a clear response on exactly what those security protocols are. I also spoke with police this afternoon, no updates yet, and I asked about whether or not there are security cameras. I'm told they're looking into that as part of the investigation. If you have anything that could help police, please call Crime Stoppers at 727-2800. I'm Veronica White, WXII 12 News.
Thanks, Veronica. Virginia State University has lawyered up.
The school has hired an attorney to investigate the alleged attack that took place Friday at Winston-Salem State University. Police say Rams quarterback Rudy Johnson was assaulted by as many as 6 VSU players during an annual luncheon. As a result of the crime, the CIAA championship football game was canceled, and the Trojans were banned from postseason play.
A man's been arrested in a deadly Winston-Salem hit and run that happened more than 3 months ago. 40-year-old Christopher Grubbs has been charged with felony hit and run and misdemeanor death by vehicle. Back on August 13th, Richard Byers was found lying in a grassy area off of West Mountain Street. He died later at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center.
Day 2 of the penalty phase in the Robert Dixon murder trial is in the books with no decision from the jury. Dixon was convicted Friday in the capital murder trial. Jurors say he hired 2 men to kill his stepmother, Sarah Dixon, in 2007 in Alamance County because of a dispute over his father's estate. The jury is considering life in prison or the death penalty.
Commitment 2014 tonight, Phil Berger Jr. has officially announced his plans to run for Congress, hoping to replace Howard Coble, who announced earlier this month that he will not seek re-election. Berger is the district attorney in Rockingham County and the son of state Senate leader Phil Berger. We get more from Bill O'Neill, who's in Reidsville.
Phil Berger announced his plans for Congress today by beating up Obamacare and pledging his support for conservative principles. But what else is it going to take for him to separate himself from a crowded field of GOP candidates? For now, what separates Phil Berger Jr. from the pack is name recognition, thanks to his father. Notice the campaign signs don't include the word junior. I would imagine it's not an accident that the junior is not on that sign.
You'll have to talk to his folks about those kinds of things.
Phil Berger Jr. told supporters how his father influenced him and joked about the kind of support that comes from being the son of one of the state's most powerful political leaders.
My guess is I'll inherit only half of his friends, but all of his enemies.
Phil Berger Jr. has no legislative history to show where he stands, but his campaign manager is the former director of Americans for Prosperity, a conservative group with strong Tea Party support. And when criticizing Congress today, Berger included the need to replace some Republicans as well as Democrats.
The people are sick and tired of politics as usual in Washington, and what they want is someone who will stand up for them and listen to their voice.
As far as campaigns go, this is going to be a sprint. 6 months until the Republican primary. In Rockingham County, I'm Bill O'Neill reporting. Back to you.
Berger joins Mark Walker, Laura Field, Dan Collison, and Don Webb, who all say they're going to be in the race for Coble's seat, although the official candidate filing does not begin until February.
Well, we started out with some sunshine across the area, but the clouds rolling back into the picture, and they're going to stay a while. Temperatures kept down with some cloud cover and some cool winds. Our highs today, 51 in Greensboro, 50 degrees in Winston-Salem, and we are in the 40s right now. Currently 46 Greensboro, 48 Winston-Salem, Yadkinville, and Mount Airy. Martinsville right now with a chilly 46 degrees. This evening it will be dry, but we will watch the clouds thicken as we go through the nighttime hours. We'll see the temperatures fall into the low 40s by later on tonight. We will watch them fall through the 40s into the 30s by tomorrow morning. And with those clouds early tomorrow, we could see some patchy light rain and drizzle. We'll talk about more rain chances in the 7-day forecast coming up.
The Reverend Billy Graham is being treated in the hospital tonight.
Mike McCormick is live in Asheville tonight with the very latest. Mike, what can you tell us?
Well, Wanda and Cameron, I just spoke with a Graham family friend who told me that Graham wasn't feeling well yesterday and was taken here to Mission Hospital in Asheville yesterday as a precaution. Aside from that, we're really not getting any more information about his condition. In fact, any information we've gotten so far has come directly from Graham's spokesman, who said that Graham was suffering from a respiratory congestion issue. And in fact, it was really just 2 weeks ago that Billy Graham was here in Asheville to celebrate his big 95th birthday. There were some 900 special guests there, including a lot of big name celebrities. And while that was a party, a milestone of a party, it was also a chance for the man who many consider to be God's messenger to share what Graham's son considered to be Graham's last message to the nation. Graham's spokesman telling us that the respiratory congestion issue that Graham is suffering from is very similar to what he was dealing with just a few weeks back. And it is believed that Graham will be leaving Mission Hospital here in Asheville to go home within a day or two. That's the latest information we've been given. Mission Hospital is not releasing any condition information tonight, and I do have a call into Graham's spokesman to try to get the latest information on that. But so far, that is the latest live here from Asheville. Mike McCormick, WXII 12 News.
A decision has been made on where a Confederate soldier statue in Reidsville will be placed more than 2 years after it was knocked down. The 101-year-old statue will remain at Greenview Cemetery, surrounded by Confederate graves. It was initially damaged back in May of 2011 after a driver ran into it at the roundabout in downtown Reidsville. Despite efforts by protesting groups to keep the damaged statue in place, the North Carolina Court of Appeals upheld the decision to allow the United Daughters of the Confederacy to remove the remains and build a new statue on the base in the cemetery.
Greensboro police have made an arrest in a kidnapping case. This happened Friday at the Pop Shop on Stanley Road. Employees reported a female coworker was missing. She was seen about an hour later running for help coming out of a wooded area. 23-year-old DeGerard Clapp of Graham has been arrested and charged in that case. He's being held on a $200,000 bond. Right now, police in Burlington want to know if you recognize this man. He's wanted in a robbery at the Safeway on Alamance Road in Burlington. It happened last night. Police say he got away with cash, then ran from the scene, got into a Mitsubishi Galant. If you think you know him, give police a call at 229-7100.
A Rowan County man is in jail tonight charged with killing a family's cat with a bow and arrow. Authorities say Joshua Phillips admitted to the crime. The cat's owner found her near the family's home in Salisbury, impaled by an arrow.
New at 5 o'clock, WXII 12 News has learned the Davidson County Department of Social Services will handle a disturbing case of child abuse in western North Carolina. Wanda Sue Larson and Dorian Lee Harper of Monroe were arrested earlier this week after police found one of their foster children handcuffed to the porch with a dead chicken around his neck. Larson is a supervisor with the Union County Social Services Department.
Virginia State Senator Creed Deeds has been upgraded from fair to good condition after police say he was stabbed multiple times by his son. According to police, 24-year-old Gus Deeds died from a self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Senator Deeds, a Democrat, was rushed to the hospital yesterday in critical condition with stab wounds to his head and chest. No word tonight on a possible motive. Attorney General Roy Cooper says Johnson & Johnson will give $38.8 million in restitution to North Carolina stemming from a Medicaid fraud settlement. Settlement resolves allegations that the drug manufacturer improperly marketed the atypical and antipsychotic drugs Risperdal and Invega. North Carolina and other states allege Johnson & Johnson promoted and marketed the drugs for uses that were not approved by the FDA.
I'm Cameron Ken in New Orleans, where even 8 years later, you can still see the signs of Katrina everywhere you look. Coming up, what you can do to help.
And I'm Kenny Beck live in the WXII 12 newsroom. Why legendary Hall of Fame head basketball coach Dean Smith was honored today and why the news is bittersweet for Tar Heel fans.
And more nighttime closures on 52. I'll update you next on WXII 12 News.